Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Something a little different this week. I am working on projects on all three cars, but got held up this weekend with some stuff, so I'm not going to be able to finish any of those videos. So one of the things I had this weekend is my monthly member meeting at MAPS, which is an excellent air museum down in Canton, Ohio, right at the Akron Canton Airport. And while I'm here, I figured I would take a little video and share a couple of my favorite aircraft, and we happen to have them on site. So first one you can see here, F-4 Phantom. This is one of my tops. Love this plane. This one that we have is actually in quite good condition. You can see it has a lot of the cockpit is intact. Walking around, you can actually step up and look in the cockpit. Got the wings folded up, and it's really nice. One big plus that we have here is we have the detail on these aircraft. Full history, information on the actual aircraft itself, its bureau number, and just all of its, military history through its life, which is just, it's really nice to see, and, the amount of research that's done on these things. So real quick. Here you can kind of take a look and see inside what the cockpit looks like. Like I said, this thing is still pretty intact. Try and focus a little bit better. And then you can see. One thing they do here is all of the aircraft are marked for Ohio veterans, being that this is an Ohio museum. So try and follow along with that. And even if they really didn't fly these individual aircraft, try and just give the little tribute. So get over the rope here. So here you can go and see just some of the more detail on this beautiful aircraft. And one thing to add, if you've never seen any of these aircraft in person, whether it be an F-4 or really any other military fighter, it really is immense when you see it in person. So much bigger than you would expect them to be. Alright, so there is the F-4. Now, fittingly, my favorite all-time aircraft, which this kind of goes along with most other people out there, especially that are of my generation, you gotta love an F-14 Tomcat. Ours, as with many of them, the interior is not as complete. The Navy is very particular about parts and whatnot getting out, being that Iran still flies these, and we don't want to support them. So they tend to take a lot of the equipment out when they decommission them. So here you can see the history of our Tomcat. This one is actually originally an A, and it was upgraded to a B with the bigger engines while it was in service. Sadly, as you can see, it does not have any engines in it. Those were taken. Let me get under the barrier real quick. But again, when you see these in person, it is amazing how big they actually are. And it is very neat to see the detail up close of these aircraft. I mean, all in all, they are very intact here on site. can see the markings that it is an F-14B upgrade that was done during its lifetime. And man, that tennis court, which if you're not familiar, that is, you know, what the body basically is referenced on these things, because it is just such a massive body, and it actually does create the majority of the lift in these aircraft. It's just amazing to see just how flat that center section is with those giant nacelles for the engines. Truly a very beautiful aircraft. And one thing I've noticed with these, and many people probably have as well, from a distance, if you look at the profile, the engineers that designed this aircraft must have been looking at falcons, because if you look at it, and I'm talking falcon as far as the bird, it has that same look with the wings back and just the proportions of the body. That's what I see when I see a Tomcat. So just wanted to share that real quick. I'm here for a meeting. Not gonna be able to, you know, work on cars much this weekend. I figured this is a good little filler and a little info and a little plug for the Maps Museum in Canton, Ohio at the Akron Canton Airport, because this is truly one of my favorite places to be. So more will be coming up as far as cars. There will be videos uploaded, but just wanted to share this. So if you want to follow along, please hit like, please hit subscribe, please hit the notification bell, and I'll be back.